Okay, this one we've got a scratching double hook trace. So I've got a 3-way swivel at the top, 30 centimeters your first one, and then your first trace must be half the length of the trace between the two swivels, because you don't want these two hooks to reach each other, because that will be a massive tangle up. So 3-way swivel, basically what I do, I use the length of the swivels, cut it in half, and then you already know what length your hook trace must be. So one hook trace on top, one hook trace on the bottom, and the sinker trace just a bit longer than the bottom hook. On these you can, this is a scratching thing, you can literally put anything on the hooks. So what I'm just going to do here, what I like to use when we fish for haspel and we fish for species, is like a prawn something, and then a sardine, or whatever comes past. So I'm going to start with the prawn. Basically, this is just a Mozambican red prawn. Open this up, want it nice and juicy and straightforward. That's a bit tricky now, we've roasted. I'll put the prawn on the bottom hook, so you'll see the groove on the top where the intestines go, and then I use the bottom side. You'll see the top end of the prawn is a bit more harder than the middle or so, because that's where the head attached. Same story, you want a proud hook and then a nice and streamlined bait. Now with the prawn, you'll see when you cotton it up, it tends to turn into a circle. So what you need to do, otherwise, if you throw this in now, you can see that's where the prawn goes. If you're going to throw this in, it's just going to be a big tangle up in the current. So you have to break it in the middle every time you throw it. You'll just force it, you'll feel that's like an outside layer on the prawn, you'll feel it snap, and that would give you the nice and streamlined prawn you want. And then on the other hook, on the sardine, basically just cut the sardine in half. I also like to use long streamlined baits with the proud hook, so I would use that and basically cut this. It's a small hook, so I'll cut this in half again, all the intestines. This one I don't even put the hook through, basically just stick the hook next to the bait, because it's a small hook on a big bait, so you want the hook to be proud. Don't even hook it through, and just cotton it up. The cotton should hold the hook in place. Then also same story, don't use too much cotton on the side where your hook is. You want soft bait where the hook is, and then put more cotton on the back of the hook just to hold it in place. And that would be your two baits then. Also we use a 0.65 trace line, and then the section between the two swivels will be a 0.70 or a 0.75, just a bit thicker, so if one of the hooks gets trapped on a rock or something and you've got a fish on the other hook, that the hook trace will break and not the trace with the fish on it.